That must have been one of the most embarrassing performances by the Proteas that I've ever seen, particularly by our bowlers. England just dominated South Africa's bowlers from the get-go. Power play was record-breaking. The entire match was record-breaking. This was like, I'm at the point now where I'm not even angry. I'm just dejected now. I mean, all of us as Proteas fans stayed up late to watch this match. It's a Friday evening. We could have been doing so much other things with our time. And I've always said it so many times on these shows. I don't have an issue with losing, but to lose like this, man, and constantly lose like this is painful. And I don't even know how else to put it into words. I'm annoyed, irritated, dejected. I was angry. I was angry, particularly by our bowling attack that had absolutely no idea on how to bowl on this wicket, and no plans whatsoever. No even attempt at a change of plan. England, we'll get to that a little bit later. Um, but yeah, guys, let's get into this review show. I mean, there's no point in me doing anything else. Just subscribe to the channel, guys, and support me at least. For sticking through with this bullshit over time for so long and all these embarrassing performances. I'm gonna get into your live chats. I'm gonna try to read as many as possible because I need you guys more than ever today, just to be able to know that I'm not alone here going through this heartache and going through this pain. So your comments are going to be welcome. Get involved in the super chat as well, please. It will really, really help. It's something that will help the channel out as well, and help us give you guys a lot more content in the future. So please, we need your help with super chats, etc. So get involved with super chats. There's so many comments, I'm not going to be able to probably get to all of them. So if you want me to read your comment out, please get a super chat in so that I'm forced to read out your comment on the show. Subscribe, smash the like button, comment, do all of those type of things. Also comment in the comment section after we've ended the live stream. So what happened today? I mean, let's try to make sense of all of this. And for those that didn't get to watch the game, I'm going to do the painful thing like I normally do, because I've been getting feedback that some people are enjoying that, the fact that I bring up the scorecard, that I speak to you guys about actually what happened in the game, because not everybody can actually watch the game like we can. So let's talk about it. We lost the toss. I mean, we won the toss. Sorry. We lost so many things that might as well have lost the flipping toss as well. We lost won the toss. Aiden Markram opted to bowl first, and the first alarm bells went off in my head. The first red flag went off when he wasn't quite sure what to do at the toss. He wasn't sure whether we should bat or bowl first. And it was clearly the wrong decision in hindsight now to bowl first, because this wicket was flat. Even good deliveries were going to the boundary. We were bowling decent test line and lengths at first, and they were getting punished. And then our heads were gone after that first couple of overs, and we just started trying different things to see what sticks, instead of getting together, coming up with a plan, and executing it. Questions have to be asked about the bowling coach and the bowling plans, and what the plan is, because this is not the first time we've been embarrassed on this tour that we've been going on. We were embarrassed against Australia in the final T20, in the final ODI. We were embarrassed against the England in the final ODI. We were embarrassed today in the second T20. Record embarrassment. Like, I can understand maybe conceding a lot of runs, but for records to tumble the way they have been, it's bloody not on. It's not on, and it's not acceptable, and we can't accept it as fans. Unfortunately, we can't. And I don't give a shit what criticism I'm going to get from any other journalist out there, from any other person out there. The amount of time and effort we invest as fans on a regular basis to get up at odd hours to cover this game, to support these players, to stay positive when they are in adversity, giving them a platform to be able to come and speak and be honest about their feelings and all of those type of things, the sacrifices I do on a daily basis to be able to bring you guys content about the Proteas, about domestic cricket in South Africa, covering these games. It's gonna hurt, and our voices need to be bloody heard, because our voices are not going to be heard, and nobody cares really other than us about our feelings and how we feel about this team and how much sacrifice we put in. Cricket's not a game that's 80 minutes, 90 minutes where you can watch a game, get over the loss. We spend 8 hours in front of a TV, 4 hours in front of a TV, or live at the game, spending a lot of money to go watch these teams play, buying kits, doing all of these type of things to be let down in this manner. There's ways to lose cricket matches. There's ways to lose them. And to lose matches like this so close to the World Cup is heartbreaking. And yes, there are excuses, maybe. There are excuses. There are certain things that we can maybe look at. And if I'm going to step out of my emotions over here and talk to you guys logically about the thing, we're missing some of our best players, yes. Some of our best bowlers have been injured. I think that Lungin on this wicket would have been absolutely superb with his change-ups and his slower deliveries and his wider Yorkers and his Yorkers. I think that someone like Keshav Maharaj would have been able to bowl it well, because we saw Bjorn Fontaine get after going quite expensively. I was actually very impressed with Bjorn Fontaine today to come in at such a lot on the last minute like this, get thrown into a match like this that we knew was going to be important, and then to put on a performance after getting smacked around like he did, to come back and take the 2 wickets, the only 2 wickets of the match for 52. I was impressed with Kwena Mapaka's resilience and his fight. He was the least expensive bowler. I don't know how else to put that in bloody plain English right now, but he's the least expensive. I mean, not for 41, but the rest of the bowlers, economies of 15, Marco, economy of 17.50 from our experienced player Kagiso Rabada. 4 no balls, 2 wides, unacceptable from an experienced player, because those are extra runs that are not needed. Lazard Williams, you could see he was struggling. He's come back from a serious injury, and I'm making maybe a little bit of an excuse for him and being a little bit lenient on him, because you could see he was a little bit struggling with rhythm, etc., and he hasn't bowled in a long time at this particular level. Not for 62 was our worst bowler on the day, economy of 20.66. Bjorn Fontaine was probably our best bowler, 2 for 52, 13 economy, right? Aiden Markram bowled 1 over for 19 runs. It's not really important. But we started off poorly, got bashed in the power play. Now, there's some records that fell. First and foremost, let's start with the most runs in the first 10 overs in a men's international T20. 166 was scored in 10 runs, in 10 overs. Guys, they scored more runs than most people score in a T10 match, man. That's what England did to us today. Completely clobbered us. Like, it was unacceptable, completely unacceptable. Okay, so Phil Salt got off to a great start with Jos Buttler. I mean, the pair of them were destructive. I've never seen anything like that in my life in a power play and in the first 10 overs. I mean, 126 run partnership between the two of them. Jos Buttler had 83 of 30, 8 fours, 7 sixes, and 276.66. And you know how much it pained me to see this Phil Salt guy strut around there with this arrogance and cockiness about him. Yes, he deserves it, because he can do it, because he scored 141 of 60 balls, 15 fours and 8 sixes, 2 with 135 strike rate. But that look on his face and his body language and the way he was like complaining about how bowlers trying to chirp or whatever the case may be, and saying that Quena must keep quiet, he mustn't say anything. I mean, Jansen's coming up. He was saying a lot of shit on the mic that I couldn't hear it fully. Jacob Bethel scored 26 or 14. I'm actually quite a fan of Jacob. I like what I've seen from him. I wish he could have been picked up in the SA20, but obviously probably England. I don't know if England's playing in that times or whatever. So yeah, he's not going to be available. Harry Brooks scored 41 of 21, 5 fours and 6s. We even gave him an opportunity to try his new shot. That fall over, drop, pick up bullshit that he's trying. He tried it more than once. There was enough runs on the board for him to be able to try that and try new things. They scored 304 for 2. So what does that mean? Salt scored the fastest 100 for an Englishman of 39 balls. The highest individual score for an English player in a T20 international. This was the highest score for England in the T20I. The third highest innings total in history. Those are some of the records that were set by England today. One positive, conceding 304 runs and only getting 13 extras. Slight round of applause because we've been terrible with extras. 5 no balls and 4 of them came from KG and 8 wides. So it's a little bit of an improvement, but it's still terrible. We need to improve that. We need to stop bowling so many wides and no balls, etc. South Africa went out to bat. Only Aiden Markram really performed. 41 of 20, 2 fours and 4 sixes, 205 strike rate. The rest of them just collapsed. Ryan Nicholton looked good, so you can see he's starting to come into form again, but lost his wicket. And Bjorn Fontaine, well done, 32 of 16, showing that he can bat a bit, 3 fours and 2 sixes. I think Hampshire will be more important. I think he plays for Hampshire because he's playing in the final, I think, tomorrow, in the finals tomorrow. So big credit goes to Bjorn Fontaine for making himself available when he got the call, coming to play for South Africa, and then he's going to play tomorrow again for his county. Jofra Archer was their best bowler, I would say, 3 for 25, economy of 8.33. I mean, Sam Curran was brilliant as well, 2 for 11, 5.5. Oh, I hate it that we can't dominate this guy, that we can't smash him around the park. He deserves to be clapped all over the park. He really does. I don't like him. I don't like his personality. I don't like I don't like him. I just don't like him. Adil Rashid, 1 for 48. He was most expensive, probably, other than Luke Wood. Will Jacks got 2 fucking wickets for 2 runs. Economy of bloody 2 in 1 over. Yeah, terrible performance with the bat. South Africa lost by 146 runs. This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be terrible for my writer Abai to cover and to write report all the way from the USA, watching this game, writing a report for us. I'm going to bring Shukri Conrad's press conference. Hats off to Shukri Conrad. Really, really hats off to him. And not for this performance and stuff like that, but for fronting the media after a performance like this and not hiding. A lot of respect for the coach for doing that, because he could have put a player up to come speak. He could have put his captain up to come speak. He could have put anybody, one of the senior bowlers who are responsible for this defeat, up to come speak. But he's fronted the media, and I'm going to get the presser for you guys. Let's react to it. And then I'll get into the live chat. There is one super chat from Craig. Thanks a lot, Craig, for the super chat. I think the bowlers should take more blame for today's loss. It's not fair to keep blaming the batters for unsuccessful chases when it's too many runs. Yeah, true, but we also need to see them put in an effort. I mean, this was a free hit for the batters to go out there and play with a complete freedom, because you'd lose the game either way. So go out there and try and show yourself. And it's not only it's not the batter's fault, of course, yes, and I agree, it's the bowlers mainly. But still, you want to see them actually put in a performance. That's what you want to see them do. You want to see them actually go out there and play with that vigor. And they started off well. They started off brilliantly, and it's very unfair to criticize the two youngsters being put in the scenario in the situation. So unfortunate for both of them, because this wasn't a nice situation to find yourselves in. Before I get into the live chat, guys, I'm just going to react to Coach Shukri's presser, because I think that's a pressing thing that I want to get out of the way right now. So wait, let me just, I need to react to this quickly. Gee whiz, gosh, I just can't believe that we're sitting here with another embarrassing performance like this, guys. Like, I really can't. Okay, so let's have a listen to what Coach Shukri had to say quickly. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Yeah, exactly what I said. It looked like they had absolutely no idea what they were doing. Oh, there's no audio. Flipping now. What did I do wrong here? Okay, I know what I did. I know what I did wrong here. I know exactly what I did wrong here. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I forgot that I didn't share the bloody audio. Sorry. Share with audio. Just 2 seconds. Let me just get my earphones. Otherwise, then I have to. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to mute and unmute, and then mute my computer and unmute my computer. It's all bloody flipping nightmare. So let me just do this quickly, so that I can have a proper listen with you guys. Okay.
Did you think you'll see 300 in a T20 international?
Yeah, it was always on the cards. I didn't expect it to happen tonight, though. But yeah, look, the way the modern day game has gone, and you get good wickets like this, quality batters like the English opening pair, and a bowling attack that was way off, bereft of ideas. Yeah, lost our disciplines. Then yeah, no surprise we get to 300.
100% true. We were bereft of ideas, and it was a terrible performance overall. And it's something that we need to improve. We can't keep on having these performances over and over again. But let's continue and listen to what listening to what Coach Shukri had to say.
Can you explain why your bowlers were so off tonight?
Difficult to explain, you know. I can offer an excuse that some of them have come back after long layoffs, but anything I say is going to be an excuse more than anything else. We need to be better than that on a good wicket. Yeah, look, I think with the new ball, when there's an onslaught there, the way it is or the way it was, we need to find different plans. Didn't think we bowled enough Yorkers. Maybe didn't use the short ball enough. But yeah, we became one-dimensional. Amount of no balls that were bowled. Yeah, abject performance. Really not good enough.
Sort of,
But also, that's when you expect, right, your captain to step in. And I know he's saying, Coach Shuker is saying, we didn't bowl enough Yorkers, not enough wide Yorkers, not enough shorter deliveries. It's true, we didn't. We kept on persisting with that line and lengths that we were bowling. And it was getting punished over and over again. This is where I feel like a bowler like Lungi comes into play, because he has those slower deliveries. He would have made it very tricky for them to smack us around the park like that.
Still a lot to play in the series, obviously, at 1-1, and what sort of chats that we had going into the last game?
Yeah, I think you cover everything really, but at the end of the day, players have got to take a good long look at themselves, look at their performance, look at execution when under pressure. What's the saying? I think if all around you are losing their heads, I mean, you've got to make sure that you keep yours. And I think we weren't able to do that tonight. Not too much in terms of analysis, but yeah, just.
Look to sort of wipe the slate clean.
I beg your pardon?
Sort of look to wipe the slate clean and sort of.
Yeah, you've got to wipe the slate clean, but you can't ignore what's gone wrong, and a lot's gone wrong tonight. We need to be better than that if we want to be a top side, which I believe we are. That wasn't our best tonight, and we've got to be brutally honest about it and make sure that we come back better on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to end and then I've got to go.
Were there any injuries or any knocks from today? Do we expect some changes in time?
We've had a few injuries along the way, so yeah, touch wood, there won't be any more. Obviously, we're missing big players like Lungi and Keshav, who are key bowlers of in our attack. But again, that's no excuse. The guys that are selected are part and parcel of the squad. So we'll obviously look what Trent Bridge throws up. Check the weather. I think there's quite a bit of weather about. But yeah, I don't think there'll be too many major changes. You want to give guys the opportunity to set things right.
Just go one more front.
Sort of said got big plans for the squad. Just sort of, what do you feel like is your sort of program going forward? What would you like to achieve in the near future?
Look, we're all building towards a World Cup. We've got the series against Pakistan and India, which are big series, continually building towards that World Cup, looking at combinations. Then we go into our SA20, which is also a big league, and will give me a really good lens in terms of where guys are at. And then it's World Cup, so there are not too many matches to be experimenting. You want to be building on the confidence. You need to be winning games, and that builds confidence. And I'm sure after tonight, the confidence would have taken a bit of a knock, but we need to come back strong. We need to come back a lot better on Sunday.
It's only a few days since you came out here in Southampton, and it was quite similar circumstances to here. Do you think that there was a hangover from that game that bled into this? For these two performances to come so close together?
No, I don't believe there's a hangover. Completely different personnel, completely different bowling attack this evening that was compared to Southampton. So no, absolutely nothing like that. It might look like it, but certainly from my side, maybe there's some scoring. When the ball goes flying around in the way it did. What did they have? 100 in the power play? Then maybe there are some flashbacks, but yeah, I can't believe that there's a hangover from the Southampton game.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the mindset was at halfway. About 20 years or so ago, obviously South Africa conceded a world record ODI score and immediately beat it against Australia. I was just wondering if anybody said anything at that time as well. Say that's the 10 runs short or something like that.
No, I think what did they have? 150 too many. No, there's nothing, no talk like that. The emotions are still very raw when they walk in, so you basically leave them to it and get on with it. Some nice signs. Aiden and Ryan played really nicely up front. But when you're chasing as big a target as we were, you're either going to get really close and it's exciting, or it's going to turn out the way it did, you know. So not too much to be said on the batting side of things.
I don't know if Coach Shukri knew. He's laughing a lot on this audio. And I think he just doesn't know what else to do but laugh. Because if he doesn't laugh, I know what's probably going through his brain. I mean, if he weren't living in a cancel culture, I probably think he would have outed a lot of people and had a go. He's probably let out his anger in the dressing room and to his players. He can't portray that in the press conference. There's nothing else that he could have done there. I feel that than just laugh at the situation and the questions that were asked, because they were questions that the journalists knew that the answers to. What else can he say? So, I mean, it was a straightforward press conference because he said a lot of the things that I thought, what I thought about the game. And it's good to know that whatever we're thinking over here is the coach is seeing it as well. And at least he's identifying the issues. There needs to be some work done. A hell of a lot of work done. We also have to remember that this is the start of this new regime with our T20 team. It's a pity that Coach Shukri only took over the white ball teams within a year away from a World Cup. We need to make some decisions, important decisions, with a batting lineup and with bowling. Where Otniel Batman is, I don't know. Had an excellent T20 World Cup. We need to maybe start thinking of whether we can bring Anik Nokia back into the mix again. Hopefully he's fit and he shows full fitness in the SA20. That will be a massive boost for South Africa's bowling attack for a World Cup. Lungengidi needs to get fully fit. He needs to focus on getting fully fit and getting back into the team again, because we need him. A lot of people were critical of Lungengidi, but in T20 games, in white ball games, we need him. His change up and his ability to think and adapt on the pitch in a game situation is world class. And we need to find ways to fix that. Okay, I'm going to get into some of the live chats, guys. I can't go right to the top. There's too many for me to go right to the top. So let me just get into this. Let me start here. Okay, after the super chat. Tex says 3 greatest humiliations in the space of 1 month. That's tough at the moment to be a Proteas fan. Bevan says, can we give KG the nickname Mr. No Ball? He has been negligent in not fixing the no ball issue. He has been bowling a lot of new no balls in recent times. King JLJ says, I just hope rain can stay away on Sunday so that we can win the series. I hate English players' attitude. Tex says, Khalid, KG bowled no balls after no balls. That is unforgivable. Lawrence says, Khalid, facts. We tired also. King JLJ says, disagree. That was small boundaries on and a road. Yeah, it was small boundaries and a road. But when you are given that, England showed us how to bowl on this wicket. They bowled very smartly on this wicket. After they went for 50 in we were keeping up to their power play score, actually, the way we were going between Ryan and Aiden. They just outsmarted us. They switched things up. slower deliveries at the right times, bold good lines and links at the right times. Our plans were terrible, and we didn't know how to recover after the plans weren't working. Anurag says, I want the team to learn from their losses before World T20, but such big losses don't boost the fans' confidence. One of the best players of the tour is benched in an important game. Make it make sense. Corbyn. Tabo says England bowled well. India, Australia, and England are far ahead of us in this format. Our top six isn't designed to go 10 runs and over from ball one. Tabo says we are tired. Tex says, Holly, why we won the toss and we got humiliated both times. Dreamer says, toss we bowl, always captain, making again and again same mistake. When he tells don't know bat or ball, he doesn't choose to bat his best foot forward to bat. England, we coming to bat anyway. What a worst idea. Walker says, thanks. That's okay, guys. We will bounce back. I'm 100% behind the boys. I'm also behind them, and I will support them, and we support them through everything. But we need to be able to vent our feelings and our emotions as well. We can't just bottle it up and just ignore it. Bevan says, about a year ago, India scored 280 odd against us in SA. This is a pattern now. Dreamer says, identify pitch, that completely fine. Tex says, only Quena bowled well hearted. Waka says, I would bring Matthew Bretsky or Ryan as an opener. King says, I say we need the cock back. Nah, we don't need a cock back. King says Stubbs was shit. He is not a T20 player. Tex says why Bosch was dropped. I don't know if he was dropped or rested or whatever the case may be. He's been playing a lot of cricket. I don't know if that's the reason. But I think it was also got to do with the balance of the team and bringing in the spinner. And also giving opportunities where they can to Quena. Duck shares Markram giving reasons of lack of practice in this busy schedule does it a genuine reason of keeping thrashing you first innings like a world records in lack of days experience of record losses. Waka says just believe for the third T20. King says Markram and Donovan only two batters that gave a fight. Dex says Bro Hardy Pat Maroney is hell bent on destroying our cricket. Dash says like this inconsistency, we're not gonna win any tournament in near future. Pathetic gameplay. There should be no justification about it. King says the Monster 6 from Donovan was insane. Tabo says Stubbs' innings really showed how much his confidence and his form has fallen. He has to go back to domestic cricket. I don't agree with that, but okay. Greg says, why so much blame for Pat Maroney? Was he not supposed to select KJ and Janssen? The players and bowling coach need to take responsibility. The series is still alive. No need to be so negative. Watch some Ted Lasso sometime. Ted Lasso was a brilliant series. I was very sad when it ended. Sarfa says the kind of performance doesn't do any good for the state of the game in South Africa. Do you think the upcoming players and the youngsters will be inspired? These players completely humiliated. We'll get it right, guys. It will click. I'm happy that these embarrassments are happening now and not in the World Cup. Then we'll be pissed. King JLJ says Pretoria is not ready for international. Sarfa says Jafra Archer was bowling way better than KG. That pissed me off, man. Anurag said Proteas took the foot off the gas in the last ODI and they gave momentum to England for the T20s. Tak says this will be the 11th T20I series without winning if the third T20I is washed out, as there are high chances if we don't do stupidity today at toss, thought it could be a win. Bevan says the extras is not unimportant because this was a T20 game and the 414 scored was in an ODI. So if you convert it, then it's worse. It was. We need to talk about Tristan Stubbs. His strike rate is less than 110 this year in T20s. He's really struggling internationally in T20s. Texas KG should have prevented them from getting 300. He should have defended 16. Dex said Test cricket has destroyed Tristan's white ball game. Craig says Dawson's catch of Rickleton changed the game. We had good momentum until then, whereas our fielding and bowling was not nearly as good. King says there was no need to drop Riza. Let me just go a little bit further down. Lawrence says, I mean, that's what happens when you play an undercooked bowling attack. What's the record of Pat Maroney? Under 19 convener. He was a convener for South Africa for a little while. Yeah. Lawrence says most people called Riza Hendricks the problem in our T20 side. Turns out we dropped our best and most consistent T20I player, whether people like it or not. Those are the facts. It's facts, yes, but everybody was calling for Rickleton. And now Rickleton's out of form. And then we turn on Rickleton. And now we want someone else in the team. And then when he goes out of form, then we turn against him and we want someone else in the team. So we're never going to be satisfied. I think we just need to trust the coach and back his players that he selects. Because there's no point in calling for players every single time something goes wrong and people go out of form, really. It's not going to help anybody. Sam Curran was improved a lot. Damn, I thought Ngidi got the best slow ball, but Sam Curran definitely has the best. We made him look good today again. Tabo says Stubbs should be dropped from the 11. Ruben Herman must come in for him. But I would drop Ryan if he doesn't perform on Sunday and move Luandre open with Markram. At 3, it will be him or Brzezinski. Lawrence says we need stability at the top of the order, and right now, bar Aiden, Riggs, and Pretorius definitely ain't giving us any consistency. Stubbs being terrible as well. Craig says if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Lawrence says Pretorius ain't ready for international cricket yet. Unpopular opinion, yes, but he needs at least 2 more full domestic seasons to find his tune in his game. Yeah, maybe that will be the right thing for him. I'm a big fan of his, and I think he's extremely talented. And maybe the international stage is not where he can learn his craft and hone his craft. Lawrence says Rickleton, Pretorius, and Stubbs are under massive pressure for their spots in the white ball lineup. Let's have it right. They've been poor a while now, especially Riggs and Stubbs. Lawrence says, Harley, can we speak about Pat Maroney selecting an undercooked bowling attack in a series-defining game? KG haven't bowled in. Guys, I think it's the coach and Pat Maroney together. I don't think we should be scapegoating anybody. They both picked the squad together. Tabo says, but we can't judge Luandre. He's not batting at his best position. Linda Bartman, Ngidi, and Nokia have to come back. I say give Luandre one series against, but he has to play all 6 games. Daksh says, how did you say backing on some players? Why there should be backing in these humiliating losses? What type of backing you talk? This is pathetic. No, I'm saying we still need to stick by our team. What are you going to stop supporting them? You support them even in adversity. That's what I'm saying. There are humiliating defeats in between, yes, that we're gonna face. Okay, it's not acceptable. But I mean, if we can win on Sunday, it's another game, different conditions. We might be in a total different position. For how long you are going to persist with Raibra? I'm not the one that picks the team. And at this moment in time, I think I was gonna give them till Pakistan. I mean, I have a problem with chopping and changing players so close to a World Cup. You pick your squad and you back them through until the World Cup and through the World Cup. Because there's a chance that you switch something and it doesn't work, and then that player also doesn't perform well. And they had no preparation going into the World Cup. You've already now given these players so many chances now. They might as well try and bat themselves into form. But I was going to think about maybe through the Pakistan series, see how things go. If still major mistakes are being made, then yeah, then we maybe need to think about maybe giving some other guys. But there's not many chances to give people right now. There aren't many opportunities to give new people a chance now. Miller comes straight into the side and things will be jigged around a bit. I think that Donovan, if he has another good game and shows those signs again, because he's supposed to come in as a finisher, not in the situations really that he's been coming in, or he has been coming in the last 2 games so far. It's showing good signs, showing his destructive ability. I just want to read you guys something. If I can find it now. I can't find it. Oh, here we go. So Ngama, who started his career with Cricket Fanatics magazine, he writes now for IOL. He did an exclusive with George Linder. And George had this to say about what is happening here with this thing. For some reason, I can't access the story. It's telling me I have no internet connection, and how the hell is that possible if I'm sitting live with you guys right now? Okay, so George had this to say. Linda told independent media that he's still in the dark regarding his position in the T20I squad. To be fair, I've got no idea. I haven't chatted to him yet in terms of where I'm at now in the pecking order. I've got no idea, and it is what it is. Things were promised to me, and I don't know. We'll see if it's still true or not, but hopefully I'll get back and play for the country again. But if not, then that is how it is. We'll see in March or in February if I'll be on the plane or not. If not, then it is what it is. I can't change the coach's mind. Yes, he's still a good coach and everything, and gets the best out of all the players. I was disappointed with the ball. I was talking about his performances in Zimbabwe and Australia recently. He expressed disappointment with his bowling performances. I was disappointed with the ball. I was okay with the bat, I think, except in Australia. But as a cricketer, sometimes you are going to go through a little dip. But at least my form is back again after the 100. So yes, I'm not too concerned about my form or anything. I'm still very confident with my bowling and batting. But I guess everyone is allowed to have a bad tournament or a series or whatever, and I wouldn't look too deep into that. Then he spoke about recently in 100 where he represented. He said, when I got dropped the first time, I didn't really expect it. But during that time, I didn't know how to deal with being dropped. My career obviously took a proper U-turn mentally. I was over cricket, honestly. I didn't want to play cricket anymore. That was back then when he first got dropped from the Protea side. The main thing is try to stay in the league because I feel like they value you as a player. Also, Western Province, which is my main team, all I want to do for them is to do well and win trophies. So that's what George Linda had to say. He mentioned Coach Shukri, not Patrick Maloney. So that's quite damning quotes there about this. Yeah. Oops. Guys, I'm beat. I'm done. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for coming on and supporting me and being in the live chat and discussing this with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to please subscribe to the channel, please. Click that notification bell for all future videos as well. And also comment in the comment section after this video stream has ended. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys very soon with another review show of the Sunday's game. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend, guys. And peace out.